This is June 2024 NET Physical Sciences paper, Part A questions only on this channel. I'm doing question 6 to 10 this video. Question 6. Among A, B, C, D, E, and F, D is taller than B, but shorter than F. So who's shorter than F? D is. Because D is taller than B, but shorter than F. So F is taller than D and D is taller than B. That's the arrangement if we go from left to right. E is taller than B. E is taller than B. So I'll put E out here because I don't know whether E is taller than D and F also. So E is taller than B, that much I know. But shorter than C. So I'll put C out here. E is taller than B, but shorter than C. B is not shortest of all. B is not the shortest of all. So E is taller than B. E is taller than B, shorter than C. So B, C, D, E, F, but there's A also, na? B, C, D, E, F. So these 4 and 5 are there, but A is also there. So clearly A is the shortest of all. Okay. That's it. This was easy. Question 7. Area and populations of 4 states, S1 to S4. This is area in square kilometers. This is population in million. Arrange the arrangement in decreasing order. Decreasing order meaning from high to low of population density would be. Population density would be population per area. Okay. So like 1 million in 1 square kilometer is the population density. Okay. It's not the other way around. 1 square kilometer per 1 million people. It doesn't work that way. So 1 million people per square. So therefore, we'll have to take this number upon this number. Okay. So if this is one, there's a gap of 50, 50, 50, and this is somewhere around, I would say 10. So S1 is 110, and this is 300 and something. So I'll just take it as 300. So this gives me 11 by 30. S2 is around 25, and this one is around 100 and there's a gap of 100. So I'll take this as 120. Yeah, or maybe 125. So that is 1 by 5. Then S3 is between 50 and 100, little less than the mid number. So I'll take it as 70. And this is all million per square kilometer. Okay. And this one would be the same as S2. So 125 I'll take. Yeah. So that is 70 by 125. I'll just take it as 70 by 125 or 5 14s are 5 25s are. Hang on. And then S4, I'll take it as almost 190, 180, 180. I'll take. No, I'll take it as, hang on. So this is 50, 25. I'll take it as 80. So 80 million upon slightly less than 100. So I'll take it as 90. So 8 by 9. So clearly I can see if I were to go from high to low, this ratio is the highest. So I'll have S4 first. Yeah. So these two are coming in picture. And then I have, this is 20%. And this is, if it were to be 20%, then it would be 1 by 5 for 5 by 125, but this is almost 3 by 5, 60%. Almost 15 by 25 is 3 by 5. And this is almost 33%, one third. So I already know that it's S4 and then S3 and then S1 and then S2. That's how it's going. So I have this as my answer. All right, these two were cancelled out in the first place only. So debate was between 1 and 3. So 3 is also out. 1 is. Next question. Among 100,000 squirrel babies, 200 have 3 stripes. So as you read, keep making your notes. On the back, 500 have 2 stripes on their back, and the rest have 4 stripes. 4 stripes. So rest is 300 because there are 1,000 in total. While 90% of 3 stripe babies, so 90%, so 10% is 20, 90% will be 29 the 180. Survive to adulthood, 80% of 2 stripes. So 10% is 50. So 80% is 50 times 8, 400. And 70% of 4 stripes. So 70%, 10% is 30. So 70% will be 30 times 7, 210. Survive to adulthood. So this is all adulthood, this number. The fraction of 4 striped squirrels among the adults. Among the adults. So these are the adults, which is, 790. 610, 690, 790. So amongst the adults, the fraction of 4 striped squirrels among the adults is nearest to. So 4 striped ones are 210. So that is 21 by 79. Now 21 by 79 is almost like 20 and 80, which is 25% almost. Yeah, slightly more than 25%. So this will be my answer. Because I know that 20 by 80, there is one more here in the numerator and one less here. So it's slightly more. Yeah, had it been 90 by 81, it'll be slightly less. Are you getting the picture? 20 by 80 is exactly in between. So 21 by 79, as these numbers reduce and these numbers increase, the ratio becomes higher than the middle number. Yeah. So clearly it is more than 25%, but not 30%. This is out and this is also out. So 0.266. No need of using your calculator and wasting time, but I suggest you do use your calculator. Silly errors do happen. In a class of 70 students, 20% of girls have spectacles and 40% of boys have spectacles. So this is the grid method. I've already made a video for that yesterday. You can watch that. So 70 students, spectacles, no spectacles, boys and girls. Yeah, right. 20% of girls have spectacles. So this number is 20%, 10% is 7, 20% is 14. 40% of boys have spectacles. Oh, wait a minute, my bad. 20% of girls. I've taken 20% of the total, 70 students. So let me go backtrack. Okay. So let 20% of girls be 20% of G and 40% of boys be 40% B. Okay. I'm assuming that the total is B and total is G. Okay. So 20% G and 40% B. If total number of students having spectacles is 23, so this is 23. So the question is the number of boys in the classes. So B is how much? So I've got my two equations, simultaneous equations. B plus G is 70. and 40% B, yeah, and 20% G is 23, and that's it. You solve this and you get your answer. So in this situation, I'll rewrite this 40% B as 0.4 B and this as 0.2 G is equal to 23. Yeah, I'm going to multiply throughout by 10. So I get 4B plus 2G is equal to 230. That and this B plus G is equal to 70. So I'll substitute the value of G. G is 70 minus B in this out here. So 4B plus 2 times 70 minus B is equal to 230. Therefore, 4B plus 140 minus 2B is equal to 230. So 2B is equal to 230 minus 140. So that is 2B is equal to 60 makes it 200, 60 and 30 is 90. So B is 45. Total number of boys is 45. Job done. Last question. Okay. A referendum on a proposal involved 7,000 participants. Among the applicants, 3,600 were women, the rest were men. Okay. 2,900 participants, of whom 1,300 were women, voted against, while 3,000 participants voted in favor. 400 women abstained. The ratio of the number of men that did not vote to the total number of participants is. So out here, the grid method is useful. Yeah. Look at this. 7,000 participants, women voted, not voted. So women and men like that. Okay. So now you got find out the ratio of the number of men that did not vote to the total number of participants. Did not vote, meaning abstained. Okay. So this is the total, and we have to find out men who abstained, men who did not vote. Okay. So among the participants, 3,600 were women. So now we know this is 3,600 women, 3,400 men, and the rest were men. 2,900 participants, of whom 1,300 were women, okay, voted against, while 3,000 participants voted in favor. So we know that the ones who voted in favor, yeah, is 3,000, okay, and 2,900 participants, of whom 1,300 were women, voted against. So 2,900 were against, okay. So this is against. So voted. So I would say in favor and not in favor. So I'll just use this as F and not F. All right, because there's something called men who abstain, meaning people who did not vote at all. Okay, so I'll just update this as favor, not in favor. Okay, and there's something called abstain. So that ideally there should have been one more column like this. Yeah, abstain column, because there are women who abstain, men who abstain. So men who abstained is what we're looking for. Yeah. So 3,000 in favor, clearly given out here, voted in favor. Total women and men, and 2,900 participants, of whom 1,300 were women. Yeah. So obviously, out of 2,900 participants, of see 29 of whom 1,300 were women, voted against. So voted against. यहाँ पे stop हो जाता है. You stop out here. Okay. So this is the voted against. 2,900 voted against. 1,300 like this. So obviously 1,600 makes it 2,900. Yeah. So were men. So now if you do the math, yeah, the math is that out here there's one more information. 400 women abstained. So this is the abstain part. Okay. So 1300 and 400, 3600 is the total, and this is 1700. So 3600 minus 1700 would be 1900. Yeah. This is 1900. Now this is 3000, so this is 1100. 1100 and 1600 is 2700. So 3400 minus 2700, that's 700. So clearly I know that 700 abstained, and that 700 upon 7000 is 1/10. Got it? So this is a clear picture, 1/10. Okay. Now, just one more look at it. Let me see if without doing all of that, can we just quickly solve this? 7,000, favor, not favor, men, women, okay. And I've got 3,600 were women. So 3,400 were men. Yeah. Okay. 2,900 participants voted against. Okay. And 3,000 voted in favor. So if I look at these numbers, this is 5,900 and this is 7,000. So I know that 1,100 abstained from voting. That is this column. And I know that 400 out of the abstained 400 are women. So 700, I get my answer directly. I don't need to do the whole thing which I did in the previous question. All right. So this gives me my answer without going into that extra column. But like I said, always double check your answer, because it's gonna cause you 2.5 points if you get this question wrong. So that's it for this video. Yeah. Um, questions 11 to 20. You'll find those two videos, 11 to 15, 16 to 20, in the earlier dates. For some reason, there were some issues with the videos of 1 to 5 and 6 to 10, so I had to redo them. So you'll find them at a later date. That's it. Thank you. Just one last thing, that I'll be doing live video sessions on YouTube in the similar manner. It's just that it's going to be live. So if you're interested, you can stay tuned and keep tracking my post, because an hour or two before I begin with the live session, I'll put a post, or probably 24 hours before. I am not sure. But keep track of the post to see the live video on the topic of Part A, mixtures, allegations, permutations, probability.